Hi, I'm Mary Crowley, and this is Zing, a show for children. Actually, it's for parents and grown-ups too. I'm going to sing you a song. May I please spend some time with you? I would like that, yes, I'd like that. Would you like that too? Hope so. Before we go on, I want to just say something that I'll say over and over probably. You are special. There's nobody like you in the whole world. You are quite wonderful. Never forget it. Today on our show, we've got the Sugarwood school children, Jaya Davis, our police chief, a puppet show, children singing, and more. So stay tuned. The word for today is brown, because brown is the color of dirt. And in dirt you can plant seeds such as sunflower seeds or radish seeds or any kind of seeds, vegetable or flower seeds. And you can grow red tomatoes and green beans, yellow sunflowers and purple petunias. Dirt is wonderful. It's easy to find dirt. And if you want to grow something, it's great to see plants develop and be able to get the bright orange pumpkins when they finally become big enough to pick. The other thing that I was thinking that was brown is the brown trails at a place like Pine Hill Park. If you stay on the trail that's dirt and run or walk, if you hike a short distance or a long distance, stay on the trail, and it's brown usually because it's a dirt trail. Now what's brown? Well, this teddy bear is brown. We have a baseball mitt that's brown. We have a football that's brown. This is brown. And what I have on this shirt is brown. It's a very, very light brown. But there are lots of brown things. B is the first letter in brown. Many, many words start with B. B-E. I'm going to put that into a sentence. What are you going to be when you grow up? Need to think about that. The number for today is 9. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One left. 9 fingers down. Now, 9 fingers up. Now, I could have brought 9 soccer balls, or 9 frisbees, or 9 bananas, or 9 anything else, but it would still be 9. So that's the number for today. Also, this is the 9th show of Zing. That's one of the reasons that 9 is the number. The word for today is outside. Get outside. Just to make you think about it, here's a flower, not a real one. There's a soccer ball, there's a frisbee, there's a baseball, there's a bat, there's a football, there's a basketball. The Sugarwood school children are going to spell out the word brown.
The name of this letter is B. The sound of B is B. The name of this letter is R, and the sound of it is R. And together we say bruh. The name of this letter is O, and the sound of this letter is O-ow. The name of this letter is W, and together it is ow. Ow. The name of this letter is N, and the sound of it is mm.
Thank you, Sammy, William, Grayson, and Ari. Jaya Davis and I are going to talk about being outside. Hi, we are here at Rotary Park in Rutland City, and I'm here with Jaya Davis, who works for come alive outside. Really important to get outside because in our state, there are sometimes many months when children and adults don't get out much. If you ski, you get out. But there are many people who just don't get outside during the cold months. So now that we have the warm months, let's get outside. Jaya, you are in charge of a certain program. Now in school, kids are going to get something called a passport, right?
Right.
And what is that all about?
Right, it's called a summer passport, and it looks like this, a little booklet. All the elementary school kids in Rutland at Northeast, Northwest elementary schools, Proctor, and Rutland Town will get this booklet in June. And inside are all the parks in our area, and you're looking for a sign at the park where you can find some secret numbers on the bottom and then write it in your passport to win a prize. And if you get so many points, you can get a prize at the Wonder Feet Kids Museum or Giorgetti Arena after you get so many points. And the cover of the passport this summer is going to look like this, a green cover, and it says your summer passport on the front.
Okay, now, what parks are there in Rutland City?
Yeah.
We're at Rotary Park right now.
Right.
And we've got wonderful tennis courts, lots of green grass. There's a playing field over there,
Playground.
a playground in back of us that you can see. Okay, where else might they go?
Yeah, there's lots of parks in the Rutland area. A couple other good ones to mention are Baxter Street Park is a really nice neighborhood park. And there's a playground and a fenced-in area, and then a picnic table with a cover. So if you want to have a picnic and be shaded from the sun, you could go to Baxter Street Park. There's River Street Park, which has a nice playground as well, and some grass fields, so you could play frisbee or throw a ball. And then right down the road from River Street Park is Meadow Street Park. And that's a really big park. There's a big playground, bigger than Rotary Parks. And then 2 big fields, a baseball field, tennis courts, and basketball courts. So a lot to do at the Meadow Street Park. There's also Justin Thomas Park is a small neighborhood park with swings and a playground and picnic tables as well.
White's
Lights.
Playground and Pool
Yes.
is worth mentioning.
Yes.
Because I was told that on June 22nd, the pool will open.
Yes.
So that will be wonderful
Big-
for a whole
big
lot
news.
of people. And that means that the playground also there will be open and the tennis courts.
Right. They were closed all summer last summer, so
Yes.
this will be a great thing to
It will be grand.
open. Our very own Rutland swimming pool outside, new bathhouse and everything.
Right.
So that'll be a great place to go. And then there's also Pine Hill Park, which is I think our largest park in the area. If you go kind of up the hill by the Giorgetti Arena, you can
There is
find
a
a
Tin
map.
Man
Yes.
there. A lot of people know the Tin Man
Yes.
from The Wizard of Oz.
Yes, that's a good marker. So go up the street or the dirt path behind the Tin Man, and at the top of the hill is a map so you can know the different trails, if they're easy trails, moderate trails, intermediate trails, and then try and go
So
on
some
the
are
one.
easy and some are hard.
Some are
Some
harder.
are short and some are long.
Right. So
But
some
it's
are
a great place to be.
Yeah, and there's also fields in the back, so you could all go play soccer or baseball or throw a ball or frisbee around in the back fields behind Giorgetti.
And your little book there called a passport, it mentions all of these parks. Is that right?
Right. So they're all listed in here, and their address is on there, so you'll know where they are in our town.
Now I see Bombazine State Park.
Right. We have a couple other parks that aren't in Rutland. So Bombazine State Park is
If you want to go to the water.
Yep, so that would be a nice one if people could go camping there. Proctor also has a trail, so we have Proctor Trail in the booklet, so that will be another one if you live in Proctor. We're also going to put West Rutland Marsh Trail in this summer's booklet. There's a nice boardwalk that people can walk on and kind of watch for birds, and there's water there too.
So The emphasis here is going to a park, maybe walking, maybe playing on the playground equipment, maybe swimming, playing tennis, different things in different places.
Right. Anything you can do to get outside, it's just really important for your health. It makes your whole body feel better. I think it also makes people feel happier if they're in the sun, moving more. So it's just a good thing to remember to play outside. And you could always use this booklet to kind of
and win
get you out
prizes.
there. Yes,
and a
win
big
prizes.
prize.
Right, a grand
near
prize.
the end of the summer.
Right. So if you turn this back in at school, you get eligible to win a grand prize at the end.
Okay. Jaya, thank you so much for being
Thanks,
here.
Mary. Keep up the good work of promoting all the good things outside.
Thank you. Thank you, Jaya. You are a wonderful fan of the outdoors. Police Chief Brian Kilcullen is going to talk to you.
Hi, my name is Brian Kilcullen. I am the police chief here in Rutland, Vermont. I've been a police officer now for about 24 years. And I haven't always been a police chief. I started out as a patrol officer. So if you've ever seen a police car, the police car usually has 1 or 2 officers in it. I was one of those officers when I first started. And I was in the car and I was responding to calls, going to people's houses just like yours. And then over a period of time, continued to do that. And then I started to become a boss. So at first I was a sergeant. That was the first promotion I had. And then later became a lieutenant, which was sort of like a little higher up. And eventually I became an assistant chief. So I was one of a few individuals who would support the chief in running the department and making the city safe for all of us. And then I became a police chief. But I wasn't always here in Rutland. I started out working in New York State, which is just our neighbor to the west. Became a police chief in New York and then came to Vermont. So my job, as I mentioned, when I first started, I was one of the police officers that you maybe saw in a police car that might come to your house or go to your neighbor's house or stop a vehicle when it was driving by. I don't do as much of that anymore. Most of what I do now is in the office, unfortunately, so I don't get to be out as much as I might like to. So we have about 40 officers in the police department right now, and some of our officers are in cars, some are walking, and some are on bicycles. And some of our officers that are in cars actually have dogs with them. So those are our canine officers, and they have a partner who happens to be a dog. We have 2 dogs and 2 canine officers. So we have Officer Nate Harvey, who has a dog named King Cobalt. And we also have another officer named Jennifer Zahar, whose partner is a dog named King Jagger. So hopefully we'll have seen those 2 teams at some point, and if not, if you ever do see them, please say hi. So, as I mentioned, throughout my career as a police officer, I've done a number of different things, but I can honestly say that there's never been a day that I dreaded coming to work, that I didn't like coming to work. Every day I came to work, I was full of energy and really liked what I was doing. I've had other jobs, not as a police officer, that I didn't always like, but this isn't one of those jobs. I've never had a bad day coming to work as a police officer.
Thank you, Chief Kilcullen. We are very lucky to have you as our chief. And now, a puppet show.
Hi, Grammy.
Hi, Debbie. How are you?
I'm good, but I want to ask you something. Is that okay, Grammy?
Oh, Debbie, yes. You can always tell me anything you want to. What do you want to ask me?
Well, sometimes at night, I don't feel good. I feel funny in the dark.
Debbie, what do you mean, funny?
I don't know, but I don't want to be alone.
Okay. Have you told your mommy and your daddy about this?
Yes, I did. My parents say I might be afraid.
Well, what are you afraid of, Debbie?
I don't know. But I don't like the dark.
Well, I have an idea. If it's the dark you don't like, I could get you a nightlight for your bedroom.
A nightlight? What is a nightlight?
Well, it's a very small light that gives your bedroom just enough light so it's not really, really dark.
Oh, I think I'd like that. May I go with you and help us get me one?
Of course. I'd like that. I'll call your parents and see if we could go on Saturday morning to pick up a nightlight.
Okay.
And I have another idea, Debbie.
Oh,
Why don't you take your teddy bear to bed with you?
then I could hug my teddy bear.
Yes, you could. And you might feel better if you hugged your bear and the room wasn't so dark.
Now, what about when I come to your house?
Oh,
May I have a nightlight there?
of course. When we go shopping, we can find 2 nightlights. One for your bedroom at home and another one for the bedroom you sleep in when you visit me.
Oh, good. I want a pretty one.
Oh, there's a good idea. We'll try to look for one. It will be fun looking for them.
Oh, thank you, Grammy. I love you.
I love you too. And Debbie was never afraid of the dark again. Never, ever. The end. Thank you, Lynn, for writing the puppet show and for being the voice of the puppet. The children from Northwest School, a small group, will be singing to you. They are directed by their music teacher, Jennifer Hart.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. The money on the bus goes clink, clink, clink. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, I will shout. Tip me over and pour me out. I'm a little special pot, it's true. Here, let me show you what I can do. I can change my handle and my spout. Tip me over and pour me out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Tell me what you think of me. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. There'll be root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the home game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old game.
What a wonderful thought, going to the ball game. I want to end the show drawing a tick, because a tick can make you sick, really, really, really sick for a very long time. And so you have to watch out. A tick can be tiny, the size of a dot right here. You can hardly see it. If you know what a period is at the end of the sentence, you'll know how small it can be. This is a baby tick, and it can make you sick. Other ticks, especially the black-legged tick in Vermont, can make you sick, and they are very small too. But I'm going to draw a very big tick so you can see what the different parts are. Just a few things before I start to draw. If you are going out, it really is good to tuck your long pants into your socks. I've done that. To tuck your shirt, I've done it, into your pants. To wear long sleeves too. And to use permethrin, a spray, on your clothes and let them dry before you go out. All of these clothes I have on have been sprayed with permethrin. And that means if the ticks get on them, they die. They won't get you, they'll just die. It's a good idea to wear a hat too, because sometimes ticks drop from tree branches. So a hat's a good idea. There goes the hat. And for any skin, you can use a bug spray, an insect repellent. A bug spray, not near your eyes or nose or mouth, but on any skin. And if you can't get long pants, for instance, then spray it on your legs. But it's better to wear long pants and long sleeves. These are tweezers, and they are pointed at the end. They are points. And if you spot a tick on your skin, let's pretend, oh, no, I've got a tick on my hand. I take these and I go down, and with my very pointed tweezers, I pull the tick up. And then I find out if the tick has bitten me. And it's probably a good idea to go to a doctor if you've been bitten by a tick. Here is a tick. Now this is a fairly quick drawing, but it's of the black-legged tick, which is very common in Vermont. That's the one you're apt to see the most. Now, there are other ticks too that are not this color, but they all have four legs on one side and four legs on the other side. And for the most part, they are black at the top, and I don't have time to fill in everything, but I just want to get the color across. They are black at the top, and they are brown at the bottom. There. And so they are dark. So if you possibly have light clothing, then you can see them better. And their legs are a bit thicker than what I drew them with just the marker. This is a very quick drawing to get across the fact that you will be able to see 8 legs. And they might not look exactly like this. Sometimes they're curled up, so it's kind of hard to see them in the same way. But this is just to get across the point that black, brown, and 8 legs total. And that's a tick. But a tick is tiny. A tick is teeny weeny. See how little a tick is? It's just so small. And that's why when you go in, you have to check for ticks to make sure that you get rid of them. And take a hot shower too. Never forget that you are special. I hope you get outside. I hope you have a good time this summer. And I hope you stay safe, because you are special. You're a sort of star. You're a star, yes you are. You're a special sort of star. Yes you are. Special star, special, special, special star. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Have a great time. Bye-bye.